Some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
So A Nightmare on Elm Street tells the original story of a knife-fingered demon named Freddy Krueger, who is out to get the teenagers of Elm Street in their dreams. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Devin Hollister, and today I'm starting a whole review series, my first series that we'll be doing, where I'll be taking certain horror franchises and or movie franchises in general, and just removing each movie in that franchise one by one. And so I wanted to start with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies because I was recently, I've been playing this game called Dead by Daylight, and it's really fun. And I was playing as Freddy, which you can play as in that game. And I was like, I've only seen like 3 of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I know there's like a whole bunch, and usually I'm a horror fanatic. So it made me wonder, like, why don't I, like, for my next idea for this channel, why don't I, like, just start watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies and review every single one? Now, just like I said before, I've only seen, like, 3 of these movies. I've only seen the first, the second, and the remake. And I've seen a couple of other ones, but only, like, bits of them. I haven't seen, like, the whole picture, so this is certainly going to be a certain crazy experience for me. I just recently rewatched the first one, which I'm going to review right now, and the second one I just recently did a rewatch. Both of those movies I hadn't seen really in years, so totally different experiences, totally different new thoughts, and so I'm ready to share them. And so here we go with the first original Nightmare on Elm Street movie, 1984 by Wes Craven. So starting off with the positives, with the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie, we got to talk about Wes Craven, man. Wes Craven is a horror icon when it came to making these types of movies. And a lot of these ideas that he had in this movie all came from his head. I mean, and from his personal experiences. I mean, I believe, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, Freddy Krueger was based off a bully that he had in high school. And so that motivated him to come up with the idea of one of the most iconic killers of all time. And so we have Wes Craven here, who's coming up with all these new ideas at the time, and it started a whole revolution of ideas. And of course, I went with John Carpenter's Halloween, and this is just what the time when slashers just peaked, you know. This is just when everything was crazy, and I wish I lived through this time to see what it was like.
Come to Freddy.
Well, you know, to see Nightmare on Elm Street on theaters playing now, that would have been insane. And my experience with this movie was wholesome because of the ideas of Wes Craven, rest in peace. The gore, the certain special effects, and everything is amazing. It's stellar, you know. We have Freddy Krueger, who has these very well done prosthetics, face, you know, the burnt marks and everything. We have the claw, which is nice, and it's especially nice how it's seen in the intro of the movie, where it's shown like how he makes the claw and everything. It's really interesting and well done. And then the characters themselves, we got a character played by Johnny Depp. We got other characters. Like, you know, there's another boy. It's mainly 4 characters. One of them dies pretty early, but it's a really well group of kids who are very well connected, as we learn through the story of the movie. And then of course we have the main character of Nancy, who is probably one of the best final girls of all time.
Where are you? Where are you, Krueger? I know you're here. Final 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Something about the way that she innovates and fights her way against Freddy, it's really well done. I got a lot of Home Alone vibes, because certainly at the end when she was setting up those traps, those homemade traps for Freddy when she pulled him out of the dream world, you know, that was amazing. That was really well done. So she's a really great character. She's the acting is not like crazy acting, but it's good for this movie. It's really well done. Johnny Depp, he plays a good amount in this movie. And especially where the scene where the special effects in his room, where all the blood comes out the mattress, that scene was crazy because I heard they had to film that. I believe they filmed it upside down. And so it was crazy special effects, the amount of blood they had. I'm pretty sure they used real blood, but yeah, that was insane. And that just goes along with how well and how talented Wes Craven is with coming up with all these ideas. You know, he was a very innovative. He was just amazing, and I can't wait to see when we get to Wes Craven's New Nightmare, because I've never seen that movie before. Another great thing about this film is the music. The music, the score, the iconic Freddy music. I even love it when I hear it in Freddy vs. Jason. It's an awesome score. You know, it really brings out the full presence and the creepy eeriness of the child killer Freddy Krueger. And then, for my final positive, let's talk about the man himself, Robert Englund. Robert Englund is probably the most iconic horror actor because of this role as Freddy Krueger. I've said to myself every single day, I said, I want him back as Freddy Krueger. And I know it's weird coming from me because I haven't seen every movie, but that's just how iconic he is. He deserves at least one more movie, even though, yeah, he's probably too old now, but you're never too old. Come on, you're never too old. Robert Englund's presence as Freddy in this movie, he stole the screen every single time he was in. Now, his physical presence is not much throughout this movie compared to other films, but it's still a good amount. And when he is on screen, he steals the show. He's just so talented. And Freddy Krueger, is such an awesome character. I mean, I can't really describe it well because it's just he's there. You see him, he's there, and the frightening idea, and another bravo for Wes Craven, is that the idea that the killer can get you in your dreams. You're not safe anywhere, and it's a crazy idea. I remember as younger, I used to think about Freddy Krueger, and you know who as a kid didn't think about this guy? He can get us in our dreams. We're not safe anywhere. You know, dreams are where we're supposed to be safe. Now, I have no negatives with this movie. But I do, unfortunately, and this may be a nitpick, this is not really anything important. I do have one mixed part of this movie. And this is just for my first time rewatching it. Whenever I watch it again, it could change over time for sure. But it's not an issue, it's just like one thing I had that was weirded about for me in this movie was that it has a weird pacing. Not exactly that it's like bad, but it's just like maybe it was done on purpose, obviously. Where the first half and then the third half of the movie are just constant action, constant rush, and which is good because it's a good rush. It's plenty of Freddy, plenty of good stuff going on. But in the middle, it slows down a lot, especially because it has to set up a lot. It has to set up who Freddy Krueger is, who the kids are, their lives, you know, Glenn and Nancy setting up their relationship and stuff. Not setting up, but you know what I mean. Like working on their relationship, talking about it. And it felt weird to me. Like I think I may be the only one who feels that way. But like I said, this may change over time. Like knowing everything that happens in the movie, it may change again. We'll find out. But as far as right now, it felt like weird pacing for me. But overall, guys, this is the original Nightmare on Elm Street. It is one of the most iconic movies of all time, and I can't wait to rewatch this whole franchise. And I actually did also rewatch the second movie, which I will be doing next. So keep an eye on that for next Wednesday, guys. Freddy Krueger is an awesome killer. Freddy movies, I really hope I enjoy. I heard there's a couple stinkers in this movie. Especially Freddy's Dead. I heard a lot of people hate that one, but I'm excited to see what it's about, so I'm ready for this. Well, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please make sure to check out other reviews that I've done. Please also make sure to check out my top 100 movies of all time. I can't stress this enough. It took me months to make that video, and I really want to share it with the world. You can get an idea of what kind of movies I liked. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again.
Come to Freddy.